The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First play, and Wilson wants to throw it.
And his first look is incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Wilson.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now Wilson on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones.
But it'll be 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
The Broncos send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 13.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 33 in the first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. On 2nd and 2, Herbert. Open man right side is Shark.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Taylor again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. On second down, Williams. They find some open field here. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run with Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. They run again with Hines. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Now Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Play action. It's Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Justin Jefferson. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
The Chargers are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's going to be caught, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there, 31 yards.
And the Chargers have moved out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
They begin the drive with Williams. And some room to maneuver. It's a gain of 35.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
Herbert now.
And he'll find Hall.
He's got room at the 30.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
First and 10, Taylor now. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 17, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half as they have taken the lead
in the second quarter and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On first down, Wilson.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Wilson.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could...
He's got a man. Complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Taylor.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And Sharp calls it in. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Touchdown, LA!
Gerald Everett,
34 yards.
and the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Broncos.
Justin Jefferson.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Broncos have cut it back within a score.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They run once more with Taylor.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Charger drive about to get going. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. First and 10 upcoming.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Herbert on first down now.
That's once again complete to Chark. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
At the 31-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. A give for Taylor running right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Herbert.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. Herbert on 3rd down now. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
Taylor will score. Touchdown, Chargers. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's Hines. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here's Wilson to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get this down to the 10. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They go play action now. Wilson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a second and goal. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he will slide down with a good gain. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but it's still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
On third and goal, Wilson. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back. And now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, what are they, about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Back to Taylor on first down. And some room to run now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting the slip away.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
They're going to try to jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Chargers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed them. Keep your mouth shut.